This is Mark Anthony with Mercury Time Price Analytics, and welcome to our end of day trading update for Monday, August 3rd. First update of the month of August. We've got a couple interesting charts to show you tonight. One of them is a dollar index. We haven't looked at that in a while. Something you're going to want to be aware of. So NASDAQ, you can see on the chart here, NASDAQ's trading up into the rarefied air of 11,000 again. And the aftermath of the first two moves up into 11,000 weren't exactly pork chops and applesauce. For those of you that are too young to that didn't get the Brady Bunch reference, look it up. Brady Bunch, pork chops, applesauce. There you go. We're going to come back to this chart in just a minute. Today's trading, which chart is it? This one? Nah, it's not the one I wanted to show you. That one? Nope. Third time's a charm. Okay, so today was just a big nothing burger. It was my feeling over the weekend that we weren't going to get much on Monday. First day of the month on a Monday. I just didn't really think much was going to happen today, and nothing really did happen. Although the tape did trade mathematically, you can see the high was here at the Mercury band at 32.93.89. I know that the S&P futures don't trade at 89 cents. The algorithms calculate out to 2 decimals, so just call it 32.94. What was interesting is usually late in the day when price trades above one of these Mercury bands, it just boom, it runs the kind of tape where it just closes at the tippy top into the end of the day, and even into that period after 4 o'clock, between 4 o'clock and 4:15. You didn't get that today. Was that meaningful? I don't know, but right now, as I'm recording this, the S&P is trading 32.89.75, and I just have not felt that that this tape's going to go above 3,300. Now, it may prove me wrong in the next 5 minutes, but you know, the all-time high failed at 33.97. And is there anybody that thought when it traded above 33.95 that it wasn't going to hit 3,400? I didn't. I just didn't think it was going to. Too many people expected it. Didn't happen. The high was 33.97. We were short 33.92. And that trade worked out pretty well. So is it going to trade above 3,300? It could. We've got a Mercury band, and the Mercury bands get recalculated at the end of the day. So these are the new ones for tonight and tomorrow. We've got a Mercury band at 33.01, and there's another one, I think, at 33.17. So if it does print above the rounding at 3,300, those are a couple levels to keep in mind. Let's take a look at the dollar index. I posted this on Twitter over the weekend, and this is a big deal because you had this washout move early Friday morning, and then right about the time that the European market opened up, you had a key reversal. Now, this shows you trading Monday, but I want to just deconstruct a couple important things that happened. So Thursday of last week, you came up here to this purple trend change oscillator, and this is, we have multiple trend change oscillators. You first have to change the short-term trend. Then you have to change the intermediate trend. Then you have to change the long-term trend. We have a trend oscillator for each of those things. So Thursday, it came up into the short-term trend change oscillator, got rejected. Friday, it comes down. And when you see this cyan line, this is our proprietary momentum algo. When you see that type of V bottom, or U, whatever you want to call it, that's meaningful. And when it turns and it starts crossing over these other algos, that's a big deal. So you not only had a big time change in the momentum, you took out the daily bull bear pivot on Friday. Forgive me, we had a little hiccup in the tape there. But when you had this key reversal, you can see the change in, very violent change in the momentum algo from down to up. And then you start crossing through these short-term oscillators, the dashed white one, the solid white one. You come back up through the purple trend change oscillator. And here's the thing, people get too hung up on price. Algorithms are based on price and time, and predominantly time. So this is a breakout of this purple trend oscillator, even though this price is lower. These oscillators are based on price and time, and we'll do a whole video here soon about why time is more important than price. But I'll just leave you with one thought to ponder. Why is time more important than price? Because we use time to measure motion. If someone's running a 100-yard dash, how do we find out how fast they're going? You need some time metric. It's no different with the market, and I'll get into that in detail in a future video. But time is much, much, much more important than price. So these algos that are based on predominantly time and price to a certain degree, because it has to be part of it. But that's why your breakout is here, even though the price that it got rejected at is higher. This is the breakout. Then you had a back test to the momentum algo. Once, twice. You had another back test here, and it just kept going. Today on Monday. So you had the key reversal on Friday, and then this is the intermediate term trend oscillator. This is the short-term trend oscillator. This is the intermediate term. See how slowly this moves? So today you took that out too. And I believe at the end of the day, we got a little back test right into this level. As long as this holds, and I don't mean a failure is not, just it pokes its little head below this line. What you need is to invalidate this is price acceptance below this orange line. But this can pull back down into here, not do anything wrong. You can have an even deeper pullback. But as long as ultimately you have price acceptance that remains above this orange line, you have a key change. Now to give you an idea how important this is, this low down here in the dollar is 3 standard deviations below the 200-day moving average. So you're going to get a massive short squeeze in this, most likely. Now, what was the only thing that wasn't up in July? Stocks were up, gold was up, everything was up except the US dollar. And if this move in the US dollar has the kind of legs to the upside that this chart pattern in this price action implies, that does not bode well for the US equity market, the Asian equity markets, the European equity markets, the emerging market, equity market, none of them. So this is something you're going to want to keep your eye on in the coming days and weeks. A couple more things I wanted to point out tonight. Is this the chart? No, we looked at that. This was the other important one I wanted to show you. Here you have the S&P 500. And most of the algo regression lines that I put on the charts are in this tan color. These two obnoxious blue, this is the most obnoxious blue color I could find to put on the charts. And I use that obnoxious blue color because these are big time, gang. And you can just go back to July 23rd, which wasn't too long ago, to see how important this is. So here's and these blue regression lines are the quote unquote master regression lines. If you have a hard break of this lower blue quote unquote master regression line, and it doesn't recover it in pretty short order, you've got big time technical problems in this tape. Now, if you're wondering why we keep getting these interventions, stick saves, hidden hand that comes in at certain points in the tape, and then you get this massive spike up. Well, this is it, folks. So the 22nd and 23rd, you had to move above the upper regression line, the upper master regression line. And from here to here, you had a 95 handle move. So not only, and this is what's called an algo hook, where they run the stops and then they whip it back around. The reason they do that is because if you were short here, they ran your stops and then you have to chase it lower if you want to reestablish a short position, adding fuel to the algorithms that were getting short up here. But once this reversed, you had a hard break through the upper master regression line, through this tan regression line, through this one, a failed back test at this one, and you came all the way down here. Now, what happened once the lower regression line broke? Boom. Come up again to test this, this dashed tan regression line. Failure again. Price goes down below the lower level master regression line, and like magic, they come in and save it again. Where does it fail? Sells off again below the blue lower regression line. They come in on Thursday and save it again. Friday, you break the lower, and then they saved it again. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Now, is price going to come back down into this regression line? It's going to eventually, because this is going to continue to move higher in time. Now, here's the question. With a lot of our Mercury algo metrics, the 5th time you have a hard break, that's usually the one that doesn't come back. So you've had 4 of these now. So keep an eye on this level, and we'll continue to update this in every video because this is a big deal. This is why the hidden hand, so to speak, comes in and rescues this thing and gives it a stick save every single time that you get a plunge in earnest below this line. So we're going to continue to update this chart and show it to you in every video until this is no longer important. But even if they take this higher, you're going to have a problem again at this upper one. And eventually these are going to fail because they are angled higher, and with time, these prices are going to continually go higher. And there is a very high degree of probability that the next time you break this, it's not coming back, at least not anytime soon. So that's going to be a wrap for tonight. I believe tomorrow is going to be a whole lot more interesting than today. I believe Tuesday, August 4th is going to be a lot more interesting than the trading action we had today. We'll see on tomorrow night's video. If you haven't been to our website, it's mercurysignals.com. There was a little bit of an issue with the website earlier today, but it's fixed now. We are running a special right now. You can use promo code 40 at checkout. When you get to the checkout page, bottom left-hand corner is a field where you can put promo codes. Just put 40. That's the promo code. No words, just 40, period. And that'll give you $40 off your first bill. It is the lowest trial rate we have ever offered. So I don't know how much longer we're going to offer that. And by the way, I got an email asking me when I thought rates were going to go up. I have no idea. I don't make those decisions. I let our company's board make those decisions. And the reason I don't get involved, because I don't want to know. Because I don't want to come on a video and tell you there's going to be a rate increase because they're hypothetically thinking about one. I don't want to come on a video and tell you the rates are going to go up soon. And if that's not the case, I look like an idiot. So I do not get involved in the pricing decisions, when prices are going to go up, when promo codes are going to end. I do not know. This may end tomorrow. It may end next week. I don't know. I don't get involved in that kind of stuff. But if you haven't checked out our system, this is the lowest trial rate we've ever offered. And I don't know how much longer they're going to let it run, because they do have a specific amount of promo codes they can take, and then they shut it off. So please do check out our website, mercurysignals.com. There is absolutely nothing available commercially for individual traders that does what our system does, because it is exactly what the institutional algorithms do. So that's going to be a wrap for today. As always, we thank you so much for your time. God bless you. God bless your family. And we hope to see you again real soon.